Hello everyone again. In this tutorial we're going to explain about arithmetic and assignment operators. So basically, let's say we have two numbers, x equals 7 and y equal anything, 8. So we want to do, for example, is sum these numbers up, add them together. So we need to create, for example, an integer which takes the sum of both of these numbers. So we can use this like this. We can say sum equal x plus y. So now the value of sum will be equal to x plus y, which is 13. Quick math. Okay, so for example, here if we want to display the sum, say the sum is and sum. So now if we run it, it's taking time. Let's wait.
Many hours later.
Okay, as you can see, the sum is 13. So it actually takes the sum. Let's say, for example, also you don't want to display the sum. We want to display the subtraction. Now 5 minus 8, that will be minus 3, not 3. So we run it. Of course, now we should call this subtraction, but it won't matter. So as you can see, now it displays the value of sum, which is equal to x minus y, so it's equal to minus 3, 5 minus 8. So as you can see, we can do any operation now we want. Let's just say here result, so we don't confuse it. Result. We can also do multiplication like this, times, and okay, so sum is now not defined. We'll just erase it and write result. So result is equal to 5 times 8, which is equal to 40, as you can see. Also, for example, if we want to divide two numbers, let's say here x equal 10, y equal 2, and okay, so the result is 5. 10 divided by 2 equals 5. Quick math. So one last thing I want to show is the modulo operator. But now the modulo operator takes the remainder of the division between x and y. If you don't know what the remainder of the division is, go ask your math teacher. It's not my fault. So x divided by, that will be, if the modulo of this will be equal to 0, because 2 actually divides 10. So if we can see here, as we can see here, it will give the result is 0. If we have here, we wrote here 11, it will give 1. Okay, let's say 3 now, and it will show 11 modulo 3, which is equal to 2. So that's correct. So now, for example, we can build a simple program which asks the user for two numbers like this and add them up. For example, enter two numbers. Okay. First, let me define integer x and y up here. These are the numbers that will be added. And then the user will enter x. Actually, let me say here, enter the first number. And then also let me copy and paste. Too lazy. Okay. Enter the second number, and that will be y. It's given an error. Oh, okay, cn. Sorry about that. So just delete this. Okay. Y. So now the user is entering x and entering y. Values of x and y. Of course, this also works for floats. Let's try float actually here. So we have two floats, and by the way, yes, all this means is float x and float y. I don't know if I wrote it before this way. What's the error now? Expected a... okay, just this one, which is true. So here we're going to say float result is equal to x plus y. So now if we run it, so enter the first number. I'm gonna enter 5.2, 3.5 for example, and it sums them up. We can do this instead. It will still work, but it will do the multiplication. 2.2 for example, the second number is 4 and it will give 8.8, which is correct. So yeah, now these are the arithmetic operators. There is also assignment operators, which are something like this. So let's delete all of this. I don't want it. So let's say we have float x, which is equal to 5. Okay, so we wanna like add it now. So say for example x equal, we wanna add 5 to the original value, or actually 10. Let me add 10 to the original value of x. So we'll say x equal x plus 5. Okay, let me comment this. I will not use it. So let me just show you something. Let me delete all of this. So we'll first display the value of x before we assign it additional 10 actually. So first of all, it starts like this. Go back. Here x is still equal to 5. X is currently, and we'll say the value of x. I have accidentally hit caps lock. Okay, so now we've added 10 to the original value of x. So we're going to say, let me copy, say x is now and the new value. So x is currently 5. This is the first one, and then after we added 10, x is now 10. We can do the same thing with multiplication. So x is currently 5, then we multiply 10 and it will show, as you can see, 50. Same thing for division and subtraction. I will not show subtraction, you figure it on your own. So okay, x is x equal to 5, and then it divides it. 5 divided by 10 is equal to 0.5, which is correct. There is also another way to declare this, which is, for example, let's say instead of writing x equal x plus 10, you could declare it as following. So you write like this: x plus equals 10, which will be equal to x equal x plus 10. These two are equal. So run it. Same result, 15, and then I'm sorry, 5 then 15. And also if you want to add one value, for example, like we want to add only one number, like x plus 1, you could write something like this, obviously, or x equal x plus 1 also works, but also you could write it like this, x plus plus. This also works. As you can see, that's still the same result. Let's try also x minus minus. This also works. So yes, same result. It subtracts 1. It's like saying x equal x minus 1. And also you can, for other operations, you could also say, for example, x times equal, let's say 8. So it will multiply x by 8. X is currently 5, X is now 40 after multiplication here. And should I show? Let's show the division. So same thing, X divide equal 2, which would give 2.5. Okay, so it becomes 2.5. The modulo operator also works, for example. So X equal, okay, but for some reason it doesn't work with floats. I don't know why exactly, but let's convert this to integer. So integer x equal 5, x modulo equal 2, so x equal 5 modulo 2, which is equal to 1. So let's run it. So x is currently 5, and then x is now 1. One last final thing you can show, for example, if we wrote it like this, x equal 2, it will just transfer the value of x from 5 to 2, basically. So x is currently 5, x is now 2. So yeah, as we can see now, we can do multiple things here. We could write like formulas, for example. Let's say we want to write the formula for weight equal mass times gravity. We can say float weight, so, and float, why am I writing it like this? Weight, mass, gravity, and this is just an example. Actually, let me set the gravity manually, and the user will enter the mass only. So float gravity equal 9.8, and then I'll tell the user to enter a mass, so cout, enter the mass, and L, and then cn, so the user will enter the mass, and then we can erase float from up here. We can, let's leave it. We can say now weight is equal to mass times gravity. So cout, the weight is, which is weight, as we defined the variable. Okay, let's run, enter the mass, let me say 20. Weight is 196, that sounds true. Calculate it on your own. And also, for example, now we can write like a simple multiplication table. Let's say, for example, any number we want to enter, so number. So we'll say here any number which the user will enter. So let's just call it number, and cout, enter a number, for example, and then he'll enter this number. And now we want to display like a multiplication table from 1 to 10. So for example, now this is going to take some time. Let's say actually number, and it's just a way to display it in like a good syntax or something. So number times 1 at the beginning, or actually I could say it like that, times 1. You'll see it now how it displays. Actually is equal to, this looks weird, number times 1 and L. So we'll copy paste this multiple times. Now there is a much better way to do this actually, but it involves loops, and we haven't discussed loops yet. So it is enough. I'll just do it to whatever it is right currently. So 2 equal 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's enough. The idea is what matters here. That is my way of saying I'm way too lazy. Okay, so let's run it. enter a number, let's say 5. So as you can see, x 5 times 1 equal 5, 5 times 2 equal 10, 15, 20, all correct. Try another number, 3, 3 times 1 equal 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Okay, so now you can build some fun projects, I guess. Thanks for watching. See ya.